Traditional talk therapy is helpful, but it has its limits. For example, Carlos knows that Bradley, his client, just relapsed. He's trying to get Bradley to talk about the feelings that triggered the relapse. Bradley, how do you feel about that? It sucks. Carlos tries again. Can you tell me more? It just sucks. Carlos tries to get him to dig deeper. What sucks about it? It's just bullshit. It's like pulling teeth. This interchange could go on for quite a while. Carlos is working really hard, but Bradley is stuck in his head. Psychodrama gives you another option. Using psychodrama, you can invite your client to show you what it's like. Rather than struggling with Bradley, Carlos decides to use psychodrama. He's going to ask Bradley to show him what happened rather than talk about it. Carlos suggests this to Bradley. Let's use an action technique. Bradley is a bit caught by surprise. Huh? Okay. Carlos pulls out a chair and says, imagine your dad is in this chair. What do you want to say to him? Bradley imagines his dad in the chair and says, why didn't you come to my art show? Carlos says, reverse roles. Become your father. And then tells Bradley, in his father's role, Dad, what do you say to Bradley? Bradley sits in the chair, takes on the role of his dad, and answers Bradley's question. I was busy. You're wasting your time. You're never going to make it as an artist. Time to get a real job. Jeff said he'd hire you with his firm. At this point, Carlos says, reverse roles. Respond to your dad. Bradley steps back into his own role and says, I don't want to be an accountant. I'm an artist. Then Bradley says to Carlos, I'm so angry at him. And Carlos responds, we can work with this. Using psychodramatic techniques, Bradley was able to acknowledge and express what was really going on. Now Carlos can help him come up with more effective ways to deal with the situation.